Okay, Mr. Delver, Murgleton, and Little Rag. Well, my Golden Chirper should be pretty useful here, because I can't be stunned by traps. And I take weight damage from Little Rag here. So let's go for Sunlight right away. Does big damage to Mr. Delver. And then I think ideally, maybe I go straight for Dazzling Dance. I think I'm going to hold off for now, see what happens. We got the trap to go off, which is really nice. I may as well go for it while he's underneath. And then I might save my chirper for later. Let's see here. Well, he does die to a Call Darkness. I might be able to throw up another Dazzling Dance later on, though. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my dragon because he also gets one shot by Call Darkness, so don't really want to save him for later or anything. Call Lightning is weak damage to Little Rag, but I think it's still worth pressing to proc my Dragon Racial, and then see, Thunderbolt will probably kill him. Haven't done the math yet, and I don't want to. I'm just gonna press it and see what happens. Alright, definitely calculated that. Still have Dazzling Dance for 6 turns, and he brought in Mr. Delver. Well, I guess he does take advantage of my weather, so it's not really a wrong move. I feel like what makes more sense is, well, you know what? If he brings in Murgleton, he's taking strong damage. Alright, yeah, I guess that move made sense. Let's go for Frost Breath. Both of these pets are faster than Murgleton with Dazzling Dance, so this is looking promising. We can take out his Mechanical Racial here. And if he swaps in my Golden Chirper... I think I have enough health to go for Sunlight first and then Dazzling Dance, but maybe I should just go straight for Dazzling Dance. I think Sunlight is fine because once that Lightning Weather is gone, that turret shouldn't have much of a chance to kill me here. Actually, maybe I don't even need another Dazzling Dance, because he dies in one hit. Alright. Well, that team did great versus him, but what I'm not a huge fan about with this team is I just don't like having two of the same speed pet on one team. So we have two 273 speed pets, which means if he has pets that are slower than 341, then sure, both of these will be great versus them. But if he's running like Jingles or Lost Quill or Indigo, some of like the higher speed pets, the only way I can outspeed him is if I'm running the SS Golden Chirper. And generally I run the Power, so I'm running the SS here just to give myself a fighting chance if I queue into like a faster team, but yeah, that team did fine. So let's see here. I got Murgleton. It's probably the scariest pet that I had to deal with, and I don't think he hit me with a single attack because I just cleaved him with Lightning and Sunlight. Maybe I can get away with playing one of these teams. Trying to find a good third for the Alchemical Runoff with Arphis. And so far, I'm thinking probably the best to be either Briarhorn Hatchling has been doing good. And then I'm going to try the Ever-Burning Trent, because he gives me a Weather Changer and then a nice AoE heal. I think I maybe could beat that last guy with Briarhorn. I'm going to try... So I want to try this... There's like a Scarabid Let me see. So, survival. I want to try... this pet with deliberate retreat on this team. And then toxic fumes. It's only balance, which is kind of mid, but I don't have a weather changer for this team. I don't have a weather changer, so that could be a problem. I'm going to try this one, see how it does. Basically, I'm just bringing the Emerald Scarabid to support this combo with Deliberate Retreat, which is a big heal. So I sacrifice a lot of health going for Haunt, but then I can get a lot of that health back with Deliberate Retreat later on. And I'm picking the Emerald Scarabid because I want to try it out, and versus Little Ragnaros, this critter will be nice because can't be stunned. Okay, Murgleton again. Mr. Delver and the Spine Bug this time. So he'll probably start with the Spine Bug, I would imagine. I'm going to start with Arphis. I think this guy runs Squeeze and Tail Slap. I'm going to go for Zoomies. Okay, yep, he's running Squeeze. So that means my Magic Pet will be a great matchup versus the Spine Bug. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Haunt at him, because he's likely to throw up Dazzling Dance and swap out, so I can get that nice hard-hitting dot on him. It's going to be pretty hard to outspeed him with Dazzling Dance. These are fast pets already. Right now, that Shady Murgleton's 422. But I can outspeed him with 2 Zoomies. Let's see here. How about Corrosion? This is not a good matchup. I'm wondering, should I go for a swap here? Maybe just go for Glop. Let me just go for Glop. Let's see if he swaps me. I would actually kind of like him to swap me because I want to be on that critter to heal up these other pets. Okay, well. That heal's probably not worth going for under Darkness. I think I still want to go for Consume Corpse here, because I have a corpse to eat. Maybe I go for Corrosion first. It is going to be... Well, you know what? He's probably going to go for Soul Rush. That does not nerf my heal, unless he stuns me. So that was very worth. Healed up all that damage. He's going to go for Call Darkness. I guess I take reduced damage on my Magic Pet, but I don't know if I want to... I'm gonna trade a Corrosion for that Call Darkness, because this guy is swapping a lot, and so this dot will punish that. And then I think what I'm gonna do here is bring in my Scarabid. Okay. How about I take the Undead Racial? It seems smart. And then I don't have anything better to do than heal, so... Well, I could manually swap, because I want to bring in Arphis. I still think it's worth it to go for the swap. It'll bring in my Magic Pet, which is not what I want to be on, but... Might work out. So he's probably going to go for build turret. I kind of want to go for a corrosion here. Although it's weak damage. I don't know. That's so little damage. Maybe that's not even worth it. Okay, I'm going to just bring in my critter, because I don't think it's worth going for corrosion. It's just so little damage versus mechanicals. I'm going to send the hiss in case... I'm sure he'll swap me. Oh, no, he didn't. Well, that paid off. Oh, and I missed. That is brutal. Because I would be outspeeding him right now. That's not putting me one turn behind. That's a 2-turn deficit because I would have slowed him, hit him for damage, and then hit him again. It's really brutal. So he's probably going to swap me here. In case he doesn't, I'm going to go for zoomies. Okay, he totally didn't. He's just holding onto that hammer, playing mind games. And at this point, I'm going to be faster than his whole team with Arthas. Yep, 442. Very balanced ability, zoomies. So he's probably going to go for the swap now. Let's go for the haunt. Unfortunately, I don't think my magic pet is going to eat Arthas's corpse here. There's no way, I think, for me to see. Let's see, does one of the corpse disappear? Fortunately, he can't swap me because I only have one pet left. So it doesn't show which corpse I used, but I'm pretty sure, sadly, that it was the Scarabid's corpse. For some reason, that's just how the mechanic works, so... let's see here. Haunt will not take his mechanical racial, so let's go for corrosion here. It's really putting me behind that I missed that hiss, but 10%. It's still not looking too bad. I mean, both of his pets are 2 attacks away from dying. I think what I'm going to do here is go for a glop, just to avoid that round of turrets. And let's see here. He's faster on Murgleton, so he's going to miss this next attack. And if I land this glop, it's game over. Nice. All right. Even if he didn't land, or even if I didn't land that, I still had Arthas with an undead racial, so I had a decent chance to beat him. I'm surprised I beat him even though I missed that hiss. That was really, really unfortunate. No idea what talent to pick here. Let's see. Oh, it can be used while moving. That seems cool. What even is Entropic Rift? I don't know. Oh. It's when I press Void Torrent. Well, that's probably better, but I'm going to try that. That seems cool. As if I'm ever actually going to play Shadow Priest, but... Anyways, so let's see here. He had... Murgleton, Mr. Delver, and that Undead with Dazzling Dance. It's going to be a tough team to win the speed battle with just like pure speed and Dazzling Dance alone. So I probably either want to play like health pets if I'm going to fight that team. Or maybe like a flyer, like maybe the Fouling Buzzer, maybe the Fell-Afflicted Skyfin. Because they'll just win the speed battle for free. And he's spending a lot of stats and also moves to win the speed fight. Because he has to set up his Dazzling Dance, and he has to swap, and he's doing a lot of swapping, so... let's try... Let's try the Fell-Afflicted Skyfin. Because he'll just passively win the speed battle. And... maybe this team? Oh yeah, Spirit Crab, he can win the speed battle because he has Surge. How useful is my TMD with Armageddon? Well, probably actually more useful than Decoy because he has Mr. Delver, right? How do I feel about this team? I feel good about this team. This team looks like a good matchup because TMD double counters his magic pet because I take weak damage from Soul Rush, and I will melt him with Flame Breath dots. Fel Afflicted Skyfin really just throws a wrench in his plan because that swap is going to be annoying for him to deal with, even if he jukes. Because I'll probably be able to, like, dot him up and then swap him to the back line unless he jukes there. Even if he does juke, he's having to worry about juking instead of going for his strategy that he wants to use. And then the Spirit Crab is the sweeper. He's so good versus, like, fast pets because Surge just wins every speed battle. So yeah, Spirit Crab, one of the best pets in the game for, like, dealing with Indigo. I'm not too worried about that spine bug. I don't really have anything here that's all that great. In fact, the TMD's weak to spine bug, but that's probably the least scary pet on his team. He's just there basically to support Murgleton and Mr. Delver with Dazzling Dance. I could try playing a Dazzling Dance team, maybe with even faster pets, but that just seems like very limiting. There are not going to be a lot of pets that'll actually outspeed him. The other option, though, is maybe what's better at winning speed battles is like Temporal Anomaly, Primal Cry, and Sticky Surge. Maybe I could find a team with, like, Primal Cry. Or maybe I could play... Yeah, no. I was going to say Vengeful Porcupine has Powerball, but nope, he has Mr. Delver. That's going to be a bad plan. My first two pets that I would probably be inclined to play versus that kind of team would be the Alpine Foxling or the Vengeful Porcupine, because they have a chance to outspeed some of his pets with Dazzling Dance and Powerball. Also, they're both beasts, so they take weak damage from that OP Call Darkness. But yeah, Mr. Delver is going to shred those two poor beasts. Mr. Delver is kind of a good pair for Murgleton, now that I think about it, because generally beasts give Murgleton a hard time, since what's most difficult to deal with is just how much damage Call Darkness does. The stun from Soul Rush can win you games, for sure, but it's RNG, so if that's your win con, then, you know, 3 out of 4 games you're just going to lose because the stun doesn't land. But that darkness damage is always going to be there, and the best way to deal with it, I feel like, is to play a beast. The other options are basically, because he's so fast, like, Decoy's not really going to work. He's gonna get the damage out before you get a decoy down, especially if he lands a stun. So you could play a magic pet, which reduces the damage somewhat. Or you can play a pet with, like, deflection. And there's a couple other ways, but those are the first two that come to mind. Let's see what we get here. We got Hope Flutter, Echo of the Heights. He's probably running Sandstorm, right? Little XT. Okay. Let's start with the Skyfin. I'm glad I didn't play him a beast pet, because that would not do well into little XT. I think what I want to do here is dot up this mechanical. This isn't really the kind of team that I was trying to queue into with this team, because this team is pretty strong, but I don't want to underestimate it. He does have probably Sandstorm. It's the biggest problem. He has that attack buff, so let's swap him out. Little XT's like, He's a dangerous pet, but I don't feel like he's actually that good in PvP. It's probably fantastic in PvE, though. I mean, that combo is a lot of AoE damage. If you don't have a way to, like, interrupt it or deal with it, it can... Yeah, it can totally destroy beasts for sure. And it's interesting that it can hit pets underground. I'm not sure exactly how that interacts with all of, like, the submerge abilities, like little Ragnaroses and stuff, but... Okay, let's see here. I probably want to bring in the Spirit Crab, because he takes weak damage from that Flame Breath. Yeah, that seems like the play. Okay. So, let's go for Ant Magic and buff up that Fell Immolate damage. And then I think one Surge will kill him. It's hard to say. If it doesn't kill him, he'll definitely die to Wild Magic. And it looks like he's going for Quills, so I'm going to go for Surge just to... Yeah, 437 on a priority move, that's kind of insane. Spammable too, no cooldown. I love the Spirit Crab, he's such a awesome pet. So, he's gonna get off one round of that Tympanic Tantrum. Don't think there's anything I can do about that. It's okay. We'll go for Surge, take that Mechanical Racial. Oh, okay. It's just going for Zap. He's burning down my Spirit Crab. Maybe I bring in the TMD? Just gonna go for Surge. Still have to deal with that probably Sandstorm pet. But other than Sandstorm, he doesn't have anything that looks all that scary. He could have Lightning. If he has Lightning, I'm really not too worried about him. Okay, well. Maybe I'm assuming he probably did have Lightning, because he's running like a Tympanic Tantrum team. That looks like a team designed to beat beasts. So maybe that guy thought I would try to beat Murgleton by playing a beast pet, or maybe that's just coincidence. But yeah, that's 3 games. I think I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to keep trying to find a third for this combo. What I feel like I want is something with flying damage, because Arthas is going to be really weak to aquatics, but I tried this Stormwing pet for a weather changer with flying damage. It did not work out. This team has done pretty well. So maybe I'll try that in the next video, because it has been doing really good for me. I mean, the Briarhorn is like a little RNG with that Trihorn charge, but definitely has the potential to carry really hard if you get good RNG and land your stuns and land all of your priority moves. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for now. It's 3 decent games, and I'll see y'all in the next one.